A popular text feature to use, especially in the elementary classroom, is cause and effect. And I will be featuring the strategy authors say, I say in this presentation. What is cause and effect and why do we use it? It helps students comprehend content area text such as science text or social studies text. It helps them organize data from reading and decipher meaning from text. How should you teach it? An article that I read over cause and effect said that you should teach it explicitly. You should define text structure and pattern when you're doing that, and then also use three strategies: asking questions, identifying signal words, and using visual representations. When you're teaching it explicitly, the first step you want to do is define text structure and pattern. And by doing that, you are introducing it with a familiar topic. So think about something that your students already know, and then come up with an example of a cause and effect in that situation and that topic, and explain that situation to them and have them make that connection to cause and effect. The other thing you're going to want to do is to make an anchor chart with your students so that they have ownership of that anchor chart and know what cause and effect is. There are a ton of examples of anchor charts online if you just Google anchor charts for cause and effect. After you define the strategy and the pattern, you're going to want to use three strategies to help them understand cause and effect. The first one is asking questions or asking a question, and this helps students to understand the concept by giving them an example and then asking questions about that example, they're making that connection with the example and with cause and effect. The second strategy is introducing them to signal words, and these words are in cause-effect situations in text, and they are first, second, next, finally, because, result of, and therefore. So when students see these words in text that they are reading, they can sometimes lead to cause and effect situations. So it's kind of like just a little stopping point for them to say, oh, if I see that word, then I know that this may be a cause and effect situation. And then the third strategy is visual representation. Three examples of that from the article that I read were single event, chain reaction, and branching tree. Here are examples of those visual representations. So a single event is an effect and a cause, and that's it. It's just one effect and one cause. A chain reaction has multiple causes and effects. It starts with a cause, and then that cause has an effect, and that effect has another cause, and then it just keeps going. The branching tree has one effect and then multiple causes with it. So what is next? After you have explicitly taught cause and effect, what do? You're going to want to model an example of cause and effect with your students and allow them to give input during that modeling using some sort of graphic organizer to help them organize that data or the visual representations. And then after you feel they know how to use cause and effect, you're going to want to have them try it on their own. What texts lead to cause and effect? According to our text classroom strategies for interactive learning, focus of the text is why or how something works, why or how something happens, or how things can be explained in science. Those lead to cause and effect situations. One strategy from our text is author says, I say strategy. And some benefits of this strategy is that it does use cause and effect. And it also makes connections to text, connections to self. It is visual for those visual learners, and it deepens understanding of text. So by creating a chart with an I wonder, the author says, I say, and so sections in it, students can either individually, in partners, or whole group go through a text and fill out this box to help them have a better understanding of the text and a better understanding of cause and effect. Here are the resources that I had for this presentation, our classroom strategy for interactive learning text, along with 2 articles, text structure, cause and effect, and the article, An Intervention to Improve Comprehension of Cause and Effect through Expository Text Structure and Structure Instruction. So I hope you gathered some ideas of how to use cause and effect through this presentation and how to teach it in your classroom.